Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped, back for another OPTC video. And in today's video, we're diving into the Kazuna Clash vs ZORO. 15-star event Super Boss is upon us for the 11th anniversary. And in today's video, we're going to be utilizing the 11th anniversary characters to help take down this particular event. Now, as always, these are big time, big damage teams, so you might find some issues if you guys don't do summons on the right banners, but at the same time, let them know in the comment section below and hopefully we can find you some replacements. As you can see, there's a lot of super evolutions happening for this particular super boss, so you do want to sort of grind it out, but super boss allows you to get lots of tickets, so that way you can pick up all the skulls for the three characters being ZORO, the waifu trio, and the new free-to-play Dracula Mihawk. So let's dive in. For those of you that are missing some of the 11th anniversary characters as well, don't stress. I have put out a video already that doesn't include any of the New Year's characters. Besides, it's a friend captain, obviously. So starting it off with the quick variation, I'll leave a link to that video in the description below, by the way. I'm going to be very, very fast this video because I think maintenance starts in like 7 minutes. Shooters, fighters, and slashers get all the good stuff. On battle 2, there is burn, a barrier, special reverse on your top row, so your middle row and your top row and your bottom row. 6 turns in the middle, 2 turns in the top row and the bottom row. So obviously you can tell they want you to use Kizaru. Can't use Brook, and then if you pass the turn, bad stuff happens, like you lose potential abilities. On battle 3, Zoro has full immunity, and he gives you basically, it's just immune to blow away. He's also weak to shooters. Preemptive, he gives you a full board of block slots. Your captain gets a super block slot, though, however. Normal attacks only, quick type, super type, intimidation, special bind, ship bind, nullify damage, excuse me, as well as resistance to have a 200% resistance, and a enemy territory. There's an interrupt if you remove all of the normal attacks only, so you can't use Brook, and then after one turn, there is a burn. If you use a conditional buff, you lose it for one time, so you can use multiple conditional buffs, just the first one will be removed, which is a bit unfortunate. So, team looks a little bit like this. We are using Kizaru as a friend captain. The idea here is because we have Ace as our captain. We bypass the special reverse on stage 2. You really don't have to worry about it. Unfortunately, I don't have a way at getting the Ace's EX without losing characters for Lulu, so bit of a problem there. But we're going to use Lulu's captain shift on turn 2. So that way we become the captain. And I believe they give a base stat boost as well. I think they do anyway. They give you the crit rate buff, and I'm pretty sure that just because they're their regular switch effect, yeah, they give you a base attack boost as well. So I'm hoping that will be enough to just sort of break through stage 2. Pretty much everyone has barrier pen, so you're going to be fine there. And realistically, you want to save the Kizaru EX for the final stage. On the final stage, Kizaru's EX is going to remove the intimidation. We have enough egghead characters on this team and a Navy character as well, so we can bypass that. Once you use that, you can then use the Ace special. Ace is going to override the All buff, give a conditional buff. However, that conditional buff will be wiped away, which is a little bit of a problem. It's not the end of the world, but kind of is the end of the world at the same time. S-Snake support will trigger, so you get the advantageous type effect. You still have the All buff from Ace. You have the chain lock and tap timing from Kizaru. And then we can, well, actually, you want to use the Nami special first. Nami's going to apply increased damage taken, and then Kizaru is going to give the 6 turns of cooldown back to Nami, which is allow you to get the weakening effect. Make sure that you limit break expand Nami. You need to make sure that you limit break expander, so that way she goes down to the 6 turn counter. Ace can give her a cooldown as well, though, so if you haven't, don't stress. Use the Nami special to get the increased damage taken. Use Ace to override the orb buff, then use the Nami special again for the weakening effect. You also get base stats with Nami as well, which works out really, really nicely. Then Kizaru has the chain boundary, the chain tap multiplier, and then you want to super swap with Frankie and Chopper. That's going to give you a color affinity boost. Their special gives you an attack boost, and then you can wrap it up with Caulifla. Caulifla just gives you that extra 2 times damage buff, but Caulifla also will paralyze and delay the enemy as well. So with this, you can then use the EX of Lulu to get you that conditional buff. Lulu's also giving a set target ability. You ideally would have 2 what's it called? You have 2 conditional buffs here, but unfortunately it just wasn't meant to be. Because Nami gives you a full board of tandem wars too. You have a super tandem with Nami, but the way that you, depending on how you want to sort of do this, I'd probably recommend finishing with the Ace Rush, and then utilizing the Nami super tandem. So you'd go something like Frankie, Nami into Lulu, and then into Caulifla, Kizaru, and then Rush with Ace. That's probably going to do the most damage for you, but at the same time, who knows? You could just final tap with Lulu and it just go absolutely crazy. But that's the team versus quick. That's a little bit more of a shooter build, but I might also look at pivoting into slashes. I sort of want to try and get these videos out before the maintenance does hit. So Taking a look at the int variation against Zoro Juro, when the game friggin' loads, that'd be great. So he gives you cooldowns for DarkSide and in characters battle 2. You get a full board of like bad orbs. You also get a TND orb barrier, block orbs. Normal attacks only in 7 turns of damage reduction. If you use Brook, you get bad stuff happening, and then if you move past turn, you lose your potential abilities and all your beneficial effects. Zoro has full immunity to blowaways and every status effect. He's weak to slashes, and then he gives you paralysis. Normal attacks only, becomes an super type. Has some more intimidation, gives you massive despair 10 turns after sockets, 7 turns of defense up, and then has a territory. You can't use Brook strats, otherwise bad things happen, and then after 1 turn, it's basically a tandem or barrier to deal with. So team looks like this. We are using Shanks on turn 2. Shanks basically covers you for turn 2. You can use Nami as well, but having like the Nami double special on the final stage gives you increased damage taken and weakening. So just using Shanks on the final stage, on stage 2, allows you to bypass all the effects. He removes the barrier, removes the damage reduction, gives you 3 turns color affinity, and he rotates block orbs too. Literally covers you for everything, which is awesome. On the final stage, you can use the Nami special. That's going to apply the weakening effect, give you base stats, all of that fun stuff. And then because we have Kizaru on this team, you can use Kizaru to give the cooldowns back to Nami so she can apply the increased damage taken. Kizaru can give you chain boundary as well. He's got a Sai support, so he gives you territory. That's always fun. You can then super swap with Zoro and Sanji. Use the Zoro Sanji special to make everyone free spirits and slashes, and then give all of the chain shenanigans. Then we have Luffy to give us a conditional buff against increased damage taken. He also gives a free spirit territory, so this way we have both territories live. And because we're using Luffy Zoro Sanji as a friend captain, we can actually use the Luffy Zoro Sanji friend captain's overrideable attack boost and orb boost as well. So Shanks will give you a 2.5 times orb buff, and then you can basically override that thanks to the Luffy Zoro Sanji ability. You could probably replace like Kizaru on this team with something like Ace and Yamato. Would probably be a really, really good shout. Ace's Yamato's super swap gives obviously the ignite, and then you could use their special, which is an attack boost and a conditional buff. And then because of the stacking ability that Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji give, you can override that. And plus it's a Yamato unit, so it goes into the super tandem of Zoro and Sanji. So then with this, you can use the Luffy, Zoro, Sanji super tandem with that Yamato, and then obviously with Nami too. Nami does have a super tandem, so she might clash with Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, so you might need to tap in a particular order that involves going your Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, your Ace Yamato if you have Ace Yamato there. If you're using the Rush of Shanks first, obviously you need to start the tapping with him. But you have the final tap of versus Luffy as well, so that's another really, really good option for you too. So depending on how you want to rock it and depending on what the damage looks like, I believe probably rushing with Shanks first, then moving into something like Kizaru, Luffy, Zoro Sanji, Nami, and then into the Luffy Zoro Sanji unit, and then final tapping with first Luffy would probably be the most damage. But you could also go Kizaru, Luffy into Zoro Sanji, which then would not Zoro Sanji. Yeah, Zoro Sanji. And then into Nami, the Luffy Zoro Sanji, and then finishing with the rush of Ace of Shanks. That might be more damage too. So that's the teams I've put together for the 11th and the anniversary characters. Hopefully they help you guys out and we can do some damage. I'm obviously going to be putting up a lot of content around Super Boss, so stay tuned to the channel, hit the bell notification. We'll have 10-star teams out very soon as well. But if you enjoyed this video, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.